Hey, Sean here from SpeedCubeReview.com. I've got a giant box here from QiYi. We gotta open this up, take a look at this. I already know what's inside, or I'm assuming I know what's inside, unless I got something different than the rest of the world is getting. Oh no, this is the thing. Couple things about this already. We're just gonna jump into unboxing the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, the Pyraminx. We're just gonna open all of them today and do a really quick overview so you know about them. And I've heard people already compare this to saying like, oh, why'd I buy the Tornado if these are coming out? Before I even like go crazy into them and actually test them, I can already tell you it's not going to be exactly like that. In the same way, QiYi has done this before, where the Warrior W, it's a Volk. It's a Volk 3, and you can swap the pieces out. However, it does not perform the same. They're very different puzzles. Okay, right off the bat, we've got these boxes, which these are really nice boxes. I already use one to hold some guitar picks so I don't lose them. I like these boxes. They're big, they're bulky, but they're fun display ones at least. Okay, the 2x2 feels 50 millimeters, so not as large as some other ones, but not super small. Glossy plastic. Nice and light turning. This gives me the feeling like it's a GAN puzzle. The GAN 251. The GAN 2x2s are very, very light. A little more papery. This feels a little smoother. And kind of flexible. It's a bit stretchy, so I'm going to tighten it just a little bit. Screws turn really nicely. Sometimes they're really tight. That might be too tight, but I'm going to do some solves this way. Okay, so we have... oh, did that the wrong way. Whoops. There we go. I could have just done, I guess... nope, that was wrong also. Okay, yeah, I'm blaming the puzzle being too tight. So, okay, I'm actually going to solve it now. There we go. Let's loosen it about half of what I tightened it. These ones, oh, I didn't even really say what these are. These are the MP line. And that stands for magnetic... oh, geez, I forgot what the P stands for. I'll put it in the video, but it's just a fun little name. Nothing super crazy. Honestly, I thought it'd be a little bit closer to the MS line, but here we are. Okay, so actually, let's do this. There we go. And then, no, I did it wrong again. Oh well. A little Ortega. Yeah, I'm getting some odd catches on this. And maybe some breaking in would help, but I usually like a little bit larger 2x2s. This one feels really nice. Might take a little bit to get used to the turning. But it's very light. It's very, very, very light. It's not so light where it's unusable. It's just noticeable for sure. What am I doing? That was a bad start. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to put this back in its box. Seems like there's room to make it a little bit larger. Okay, the 3x3 is the big one. That's the one that I'm really interested in. Okay, that tensioning tool. I can already tell this is going to be a similar center positioning system than they have, as they have on the Tornado. This feels larger than the Tornado, though. Let's check. And yes, it is. So one thing already, these pieces are larger. It's not the same design. Similar shape, similar feeling, but larger. And just to open it up and look, piece shape. Yep, piece shape is kind of similar. This one only has the spring distance, and this one has compression as well. So this one doesn't have the outer ring. So if I use this, I believe I'll be able to turn, I don't know, maybe clockwise but not counterclockwise? I can turn counterclockwise but not clockwise. But honestly, I like this tool better. Like, I could put this in the bag with this instead of the crazy screwdriver that I currently have in with it. Okay, so there's a big difference. You don't get the spring compression with this one. It's a larger puzzle, I think 55.5 and not about 54.5. Let's do a couple solves. Again, kind of light. It's a little more flexible than I'd like right now. I'm going to tighten the tensions after I do one solve. But, ooh, that is fast. That thing flows. I think for those who wanted a little bit larger puzzle and a faster puzzle, this would be it. These are not budget line exactly. They're more of like mid-tier. They're around $17. They're what cubes used to be. Good big, like the expensive cubes back 5 years ago. They're what they used to be. Okay. Wow. This is a really nice one. What I'm liking about the puzzle right now, glossy plastic out of the box, fantastic. The size is very standard, which, you know me, I like slightly smaller 2x2s, I like slightly smaller 3x3, 4x4s, 5x5s, but I like slightly larger 2x2s, so it's kind of a little bit opposite. But it's still 55.5 for the 3x3 from what I've seen, which I am happy about. Let's see what happens if I make this to 5. So we go 2 clicks. Really nice, easy adjustment. A little bummer that... Wait, are those screws? No, hold on. Is this just how... Is this a spring compression? Yeah. No, this is not spring compression. So I think the screws just hold this in place and it's not actually doing that. It'd be interesting if it was like the screw did one thing and the other did another. But let's make this the tightest. See what that turns like. So this feels very classic, as if a company didn't know all the crazy trends that just happened besides magnets and tried to update their puzzle, because it's nothing super crazy, but it works really well. I feel like more people will like this one out of the box than the Tornado, just mainly because of the size and how light it is. Okay, let's do another solve. I'll actually do one CFOP and then one more Roo solve. And then go on to these. That was a bad start to that cross. Oh, what am I doing? There we go. Okay. Let's do a Roo solve now. Yeah, I could definitely use a little bit of lubrication in here as well to slow it down, because it is mighty fast, but I love the glossy plastic. It doesn't feel super papery. It's definitely not as solid as the Tornado. However, I've added a bit more lubrication to there, so it sounds a bit different. Okay, let's do a Roo solve. What do we got going on here? Man, I don't know a good way to start this. I want to do orange. Let's do red. Oh, did the wrong thing. There we go. worked well for both. Yeah, I'm trying to think something I would relate it to. It reminds me, I think, most of the GAN 356M, the one that's kind of like the X, but with sort of stationary magnets that you can't swap out. Can you adjust these? No, they're not. And then just a tensioning system that adjusts the actual, like as if you had a screw on the piece. That's what it reminds me of, just a slightly smaller 356M. I would almost say this is an updated 356M. Okay, let's put that back in its box. Let's go to 4x4. Also, I'm going to have timestamps in the video so you can jump to the puzzle you want to check out. Don't know how much time I'll spend on the 5x5. I might go to Pyraminx after this. As far as 4x4, okay, so this feels 60 millimeters. Let me double check it with... Okay, well, here's another 60 millimeter puzzle. And yeah, it's about 60 millimeters, give or take. Really nice and smooth. A little loose right now, but let's scramble it. It's fairly controllable right now. It doesn't feel super flexible. But I like the turning of this right now. We'll see how it is once I start doing a solve. But I really like the turning of this. Just how stable this feels. Okay. 4x4 solve. The sound of it's interesting. You can just hear how stable or how sort of solid this sounds. Okay. I'm at a loss right now. I'm going to do one more solve. I'm just going to fast forward through it. Or how about this? I'll put a... It'll be about a minute. So if you want to watch another solve or just enjoy the cube turning, maybe a little ASMR cube turning, go for it. If not, it'll be about a minute. Okay. Okay. Might need some breaking in, might need some lubrication. It's very nice and stable. But I feel like it's lacking in a bit of the flexibility that I want in the 4x4. I love the overall feel of it. The performance is just not quite there yet. However, like I said, it might need some breaking in, and depending on who you are, if you like to just try new puzzles, maybe this sounds good for you. Or maybe you're like, I am not close to solving under a minute on a 4x4, so it sounds like it'll be great for me. Okay, real quick, let's go to the 5x5 and then the Pyraminx. Okay, I am not going to do a full solve on 5x5 unless I really mess it up. Because a 5x5 and a 4x4 are basically the same puzzle. And yeah, this feels very similar. It has that stability. It's not wanting to cut through a lot just yet. Maybe that'll change with lubrication or just breaking in. But the feeling is fantastic. The feeling feels great. Okay, yep. Same as 4x4. Pyraminx. Now, I have not solved a Pyraminx in probably a year. Or whenever my last video came out about a Pyraminx. That corner cutting's really nice. Okay. I don't even know if I remember. I don't remember the exact algorithms. I use keyhole. I mean, I remember the algorithms, but I don't remember the order of them. Okay, so we're going to call that scrambled. And wow, that is actually quite a scrambled. Wait, no, I did something wrong. That. There we go. And then what is it? It's like something like that? Yeah. Okay, well there's my super slow turning. Pyraminx feels great. I guess I would say I can solve one. It feels nice. I don't know exact corner cutting. Most Pyraminxes seem fairly similar to me as far as what they can and can't do. So we'll do one more. Yep, there we go. Okay. Interesting box. Does fit in there really nicely. Okay, so final thoughts on the MP series from QiYi. Well, first off, none of them are clones of other things. This has similar design aspects to the Tornado, but it is not a Tornado. Very different feeling. They're all classic plastic feeling where they have that sort of gloss, which is grippy. I find the gloss much more grippy than matte plastic. They all have a fairly good amount of stability while being very light. So if you want something that isn't crazy flexible, I feel like this series is pretty good with that. The 4x4 and 5x5 are really nice. And they're all fairly middle-of-the-road sizes, things that got really popular about 3 years ago. So 50 millimeters, we have 55.5 millimeters, we have 60 millimeters, and then we have, I'm guessing, 62 millimeters. Then Pyraminx has pretty much always stayed the same. So would I recommend them? Yeah. They have a lot of the things that I enjoy with the puzzle. None of them have, especially the 3x3, doesn't have spring compression. It just has the tensioning, and it has 5 settings there. They don't have magnet adjustment settings. So it has more than the very, very basic models with like magnets. But it is more expensive than some of the under $10 ones. Although it's cheaper than most of the flagship ones like the Tornado, like the WRM, like any GAN puzzle. So if you like that feeling of puzzle, these might be great for you. So thank you very much for watching. Leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Hit like, subscribe for more content like this in the future. And as always, stop by speedtubeview.com for more news and reviews.